Hello guys, this is Adam and I hope that you are doing good. This is the MacBook Neo, the base model, and then with the MacBook Neo today, as promised, we will be testing the WavLink Thunderbolt docking station, and I have made a video about it where I went into full detail about what the features of it are and then what it can do and such, so you can definitely check that video and I will leave it for you in the description and also in the comments and at the end of this video as well. However, to go briefly what this can actually offer you, it can offer you a few things. So it has a built-in fan because actually it does connect to power, so basically for heat dissipation it has a built-in fan, and then you have a 12-in-1 multifunction connections. So basically you have 12 connections of all sorts. That would be your power delivery and then your max power delivery, which is 140 watts, and then you have the small one which is 30 watts, and we will be testing both today. And then you have 10 gigabit USB 3, and then you have micro SD card and then an SD card as well if you are a creative. And as we tested, the MacBook Neo is really capable of stuff that are creatively related, so you can definitely be using those, and we will be testing them today as well. And this is for a microphone jack, and then on the other side you do have something similar as well. Also, you can connect up to 8K displays and then triple 4K monitors at 144 Hertz. I will say though, with the MacBook Neo, you are only able to do one or the other, so basically one monitor and not two monitors, since this is a Thunderbolt 5 dock, and then the MacBook Neo is not Thunderbolt 5. However, if you ever upgrade in the future or whatever that might be, this will be excellent, and then it can grow with you. And even if you are stuck with the MacBook Neo and you do not want to upgrade because it does what you need to do, let's say you are doing Clip Studio Paint or whatever that might be, or even Photoshop, which we have tested and I published videos for those, you can definitely check them on the channel. This will be a good companion for you to have it set up at home, so as soon as you get home you connect it and then you start working, and that's what we are gonna test today. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it. You can definitely check the full unboxing on the channel for the other video, but it does come with this Thunderbolt 5 cable, as you can see right here, and it has the logo WavLink on it, and the WavLink enclosure is actually right here, so we're gonna go ahead and open it. Here it is after you unbox it and you open it. So basically, as I said, you do have your SD card and micro SD card here, 10 gigabit, 140 watts delivery, and then 130 watt delivery, and then here your headphone and microphone jack. Here you have your power delivery. With the power delivery you have an Ethernet. With the Ethernet you do have another two USB 3 10 gigabit, and then here you have two USB-C Thunderbolts right here, and then here you have a lock. It's very solid and very well built. And by the way, if you want to check it, I will leave a few links for you in the description as well. So I'm gonna connect it to power, and basically this is the cable of it right here. Connect it into the DC. So the DC of it is right here and it has 20 volts. So basically now it's connected and it's showing me this red light right here. And first I am going to connect it to the power delivery, but the 30 watt version, USB-C on the MacBook Neo, which is the higher power one. So I just connected it. Then I'm just gonna push that back a little bit so you can at least see the light of it right here. And as far as we are concerned, it is working, and then we are getting power delivery right here. And don't you dare say, oh, it's a low power energy mode. No, it's not. This is basically here. If I want to turn it on, I would click on it. Now the screen has dimmed, and then it's in low power mode right now. And when it gets to low power mode, actually here at the very top, the color of the battery would get yellow, just like how it is on your iPhone. Right now, I turned off low power mode, so now it's fine. So it's just here to click on it. So do not say, oh, you have your MacBook Neo low power mode. Do not do that. With that being said, let's go to system information, and then here we want to see the wattage. So the wattage that we have is 30. So actually here with with the WavLink through the power delivery for 30 watts. It's given us the full 30 watts with no issues, and it's working just fine. With the 30 watts, I want to check if my Frankenstein thingy right here, which is basically my enclosure for a hard drive, would work. And by the way, if you want to know more about this or how to make it inside, I will leave a video for you in the description and also in the comments for you to check out. This is definitely something I recommend you do if you want an external hard drive. With that being said, we now have 30 watts, so I'm gonna go ahead and connect this just through a normal USB right here, and then I'm gonna push it for you a little bit so you can see the connection right here. It's not showing here on the side. Maybe I need to go to the 140 watts for that to show. Let's try the USB-C instead, and then see if that's gonna give us any different results. I did connect it to the back through USB-C, and my hard drive did not show, even if I go to Finder right now, and my Finder is not showing me anything. So basically it's not working. And the reason for that is probably because I am on the 30 watts. Now, let's change it from the 30 watts to the 140 watt delivery. So it would be the one right here, right next to it. So I'm gonna unplug it and then plug it right here. Now it's connected and it's showing me, hey, I guess it's seeing it right now. It's telling me, hey, do you want to connect the USB 3 hub and such? I'm like, yes, allow. Turned into green. That means the whole thing is working, and any connection that is connected to it is actually working right now. And as you can see, we are getting my drive right here. So basically Atom drive, and when I click on it, I do have my Steam library, I do have my ZBrush stuff, I do have my ET stuff, meetings, Blender, everything that I want is basically right here, which is good, and that's great, and that's what we want. Now what I want to test, I want to open a Clip Studio Paint file right here, and then I want to see if that would work without any issues. So this is Clip Studio Paint version 5, and by the way, if you want to watch the review for a Clip Studio Paint on the MacBook Neo, there is a video for it on the channel that was literally released yesterday. Go ahead and check it, and I will leave a link for you again in the description and then in the comments for you to check that video out as well. The file is open, no issues at all. I can zoom in and I can zoom out with no issues, and then if I go here and then try to hide stuff and then bring the stuff back, that's all working without any issues. Let's open the file and then hide the clothing, and then I want to bring the other clothing in, and then I want to open one side and then close the other, and then the one side it's working without any issues. And then in terms of the highlights, I can hide them and then bring them. So basically, if you have this dock right here and you are working with Clip Studio Paint, and then you are working on your Clip Studio Paint files, working on them through an external drive, because the space is limited on the MacBook Neo since the maximum that you can go is 512, this is working just fine. And I do have the base model with 256 gigabytes. And speaking of which, my external hard drive right here is 500 gigabytes, or more like 512, but right now it's showing the capacity at 500, and it's working without any issues as well. And in terms of the speed, I have tested it. The speed is 1000, so basically 1 gigabytes, and it's actually giving us the full speed that my drive actually can achieve, which is 1 gigabyte. And if you want more details about that, I recommend watching my unboxing video and then going into full detail with the WavLink for you to check that out. Now let's go ahead and check Photoshop and see if that would be any different than Clip Studio Paint in terms of performance. And again, we are using the external drive that I had, and we are opening Photoshop, and Photoshop actually opened quicker than I thought. Usually I do not like these, so let's just close that and then close the whole group, and then close, that is gone. So the history for Photoshop is right here, which is cool, and then everything that I need is right here. Now let's go ahead and then hide the black shirt, so that is fine. Then let's bring the clothing file in and then hide one and then bring the other, and that is working without any issues. And by the way, the canvas that we are working with is a 4K canvas, so this is not like a simple canvas or whatever that might be. Even if I want to use my trackpad and zoom in, I can actually do that with no issues, and you can see it's actually smooth without any problems. If I want to hide the render, it's fine. If I want to bring it, that's fine. And then there is the render copy, which is basically for the neck. Probably I should name that neck and then render. And here I do have the mask as well, so I can turn it off and then turn it on again, so that is fine. And then in terms of the eye shading, I can hide it and I can bring it as well, and it's doing what it needs to do without any issues. I am happy with the performance of it thus far, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. Now for the system information, we're gonna close and then open system information again, and then now we are getting the updated accurate reading, which is 45 watts. So actually it's not 30 watts. When you plug it into the 140 watts, it does give you 45 watts, which seems to be the maximum that the MacBook Neo can give you. And so basically you can plug it into your MacBook Neo, you can plug in your hard drives, your external hard drives, your external monitors, whatever you might be, and then it will be charged as well. And then actually to test that even further, let's go ahead and connect an SD card. And let's say you have a camera and you shot some stuff on it and then you need to plug it in. Let's go ahead and do that. So I do have an SD card right here, which is a SanDisk Extreme Pro, and I am simply going to connect it into the dock. We should be able to see it right here. It's right there. So basically Lumix is my Lumix camera, and I do have a Lumix G7 if you were wondering. And again, if you want to purchase that camera and know more about it, there is a link for it in the description. And then here basically I have videos from old, and then that is actually for my Apogee Duet 3 review. That was way back in the day. I think that video is like 4 years old or something, and it's working as you can see just fine. Maybe I should do a re-review for the Apogee Duet 3, since now we are in 2026 and I have been using it for a while and I have a lot of thoughts about it. This is actually for Tales of Arise. I never managed to do that video and then publish it on the channel, but I actually did it. At the time I got the collector's edition for Tales of Arise, since Tales of Arise is basically one of my favorite games, and I believe back in 2021 was my favorite game for that year, and it was my game of the year choice. And if my memory serves me right, it actually won the RPG of the year at the time. A wonderful game. I definitely recommend it, and I actually got the collector's edition. So basically that was the video for it. I never got to make it. Maybe I will make it now just to release it for the fun of it. There you go. That is the WavLink and how it's compatible with the MacBook Neo. I think they are a wonderful pair. If you want to know more about it, all the links are in the description, and I wish you a very good day. Bye bye.